Today we're going to go over the secret vendor in Grey Zone Warfare called Vulture. I'm going to give you all the information you need to take full advantage of this new awesome vendor, going over the things he actually can sell, going over how to unlock him, where to find him, everything you need. Let's get straight into it. So firstly, who is Vulture and why do we care about him so much? Vulture is a new vendor in 0.3 and he is very, very different compared to the other vendors who you have access to currently at the base or the friendly cops. Firstly, Vulture is only found at 2 major cops and they do change every week. From my understanding, it does seem to be on a Monday. You do not need to unlock him. That is one thing I see a lot is people asking, how do I unlock him? You do not need to unlock him. All you need to do is go to the 2 major cops he's currently at and you'll be able to access whatever he's selling at the time. Next thing you may be thinking, well, how do I know which 2 major cops to go to? Which ones do I need to capture to go and access them? Well, it isn't really obvious at the start. It doesn't let you know exactly where he is, but he is set at 2 locations for the whole week and he doesn't move from those 2 locations. After testing this multiple times over the last 3 or 4 days on stream, having other people who are watching also go to these locations, I can confirm that he will be at the same place for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're on PvE, doesn't matter if you're on PvP, doesn't matter what region you are or what faction you are, he will be at the 2 locations stated, okay? And this is also confirmed by Dev who was watching the stream, because we go over now the next point. We were also trying to figure out why he doesn't sometimes appear at these cops. And it does seem to be currently an issue at the minute with Vulture where he's a little bit buggy and he sometimes doesn't even just appear on the server at all. So since knowing this information, I have put a command, !Vulture, in my Twitch channel. I will leave my Twitch channel in the pinned comment down below. I don't need to be live for you to be able to use this command, so you can go there whenever you like. Just go to the chat section of my Twitch page and then type in !Vulture. The bot will then let you know the 2 locations for him every week. I will update this weekly as soon as I get confirmation where he is, or if I find him myself, it will then be updated so you can then just go there and have a look. Again, please note there is currently a bug for Vulture. If you go to those locations and he's not there, then the server's bugged. Or if you go there, say for example on a Monday morning and I still haven't updated it because I'm asleep or whatever, it may just be that he may be somewhere else. It's updated, but I haven't managed to find him yet. I normally jump on in the evenings each day, so it'll most probably be updated Monday evening. But just something to take note there. So what does Vulture sell? Well, he sells mainly items, gear, things like that, which are from dead PMCs. And again, it's going to be PvP or PvE. If the person hasn't gone and collected his gear and it's, gone, that's it. Vulture collects it. And so this is what he will start having and appearing in stock. So this stock is going to be different every server you go to, because it's really going to be dependent on the person or the people who have died, which Vulture's scavenged his weapons on. So at the minute, the weapons are not too good, but I've seen some really spicy loadouts in the evening when there's a lot of PvP going or PvE going. I've seen some pretty nice loadouts here. Things I'm normally looking out for is decked out weapons, mainly when it comes to the M4s. I'm looking for 18 barrels on the M4s or 20 barrels even, which is a bonus. So I do inspect a lot of the M4s and I look at the barrels. This is only a 16 barrel, not really fussed about that. But if it's a 20 barrel, for example, that's rare. You can't buy the 20 barrels. So if someone died with a 20 barrel M4 or anything like that, then that is definitely worth picking up. If there's things on here that you haven't unlocked for maybe your traders here, if you're just starting out and you've captured a cop and Vulture's there, you might be able to get yourself some decent gear straight off the bat, even being a really low level. And this is what you kind of got to think about why Vulture can be really good. He bypasses the fact that you need to be level 4, for example, to buy certain decent, awesome weapons from Gunny or Artisan. You can go straight to one of the major cops and get yourself you know, a pretty decent AK-15, for example. And to be honest, there's some you can use the 7.62 quite well in the start area, and you got yourself a really nice AK-15 to use with it just by going over and capturing a cop. So he can sell some really good stuff. He's definitely something to you need to think about utilizing. I normally look at also in the magazine section for the limited magazines like 60 round mags. You can kind of look out for them, some certain parts, things like that. You can see he's got some of the best helmets in the game. This is the best type of helmet you can get in the game, so you can get that early if you're starting out new, or if you want to use. Again, you can't really buy these. These are loot only helmets. Going down, you got Delta backpack. So especially if you're starting off new and you wanted to make a load of loot, you could just buy off the Delta backpack straight away. So it has a lot of really awesome stuff. These are loot only. I normally always buy these because they're very, very good to get. They're loot only and they are 4-slot belt. But yeah, definitely look out for this. Definitely go over to Vulture and have a look what kind of stock he has on your server. Now, this won't be that full if it's a new server and a fresh server. So then what we're now going to go over to now is Vulture maxed out on my private server to show you what other awesome things he does when you level him up. And just to talk about leveling him up, to actually level this guy up, and we'll do it here, he only buys from you high value loot. We've got some high value loot here. This is the only way to level him up, is using high value loot. You can't sell him weapons, gear, or anything. It is just high value loot. So make sure you're going on those loot runs. We do a lot of loot runs on this channel, on Twitch. Have a little look, see if you can get yourself a good loot run going. So let's actually sell all this to him, because that's what I am actually saving it for, is so I can get him to the max level. And you can see, at the minute, it's only going to cost, I'm only going to get 6k to sell to him. If you actually sell to someone else, like Turncoat, if you sell to him, he will give you double the price for it. You can see it, nearly 12k to sell to Turncoat. So that is a trade-off you do get, is you do get less money selling to Vulture with your high-value items, but you're going to be able to level them up. So, 6k, but at 388 rep towards level 2 here, and we now up to 449 rep, getting that slightly closer to that level 2. So you may be asking, what's the point of leveling them up? Why should I be leveling up Vulture? Why should I be using less money or getting less money from my valuable items I'm looting to go and level this guy up? Let's go and take a look at how Vulture looks like max level. Okay, so here is Vulture maxed out. All right, at the start, we're only on level 1, and this is the things you can buy from him without the other things we talked about before. This is what he will buy on an empty server, a fresh server at the start, and you can always buy this from him. So you get certain types of ammo. It's nothing really great or at all. And so if you now go to level 2, we unlock level 2 for Vulture. That is where we can actually unlock and buy the MP7A2. This is the different variant of the MP7. Banshee sells the A1, and the difference is you can actually put a grip on this one, and so you can give it a little bit more customization to your liking, maybe more recoil or maybe more handling, wherever you kind of feel. But it gives you a little bit more customization for the MP7, which I think is really good. On top of that, it's got a higher magazine and a few extra things going along here too. Now, when it comes to level 3, I can't see any difference. Now, some people said that he will buy high value loot at higher prices like the other vendors. We tested this and that is not true. So we don't know what level 3 does yet. So we'll have to see. But they did say, one of the devs on my stream when we was talking about this said level 3 will have things added to them. So hopefully it will be soon rather than later, but it will be added, and we should have something for level 3. But where this is the best part. Level 4. Level 4, we get access to the magazine and the AK-308. You can buy yourself an AK-308. Don't have to loot it and find it. You can just get and buy one over at Vulture. I do actually think that's pretty good. The AK-308 for me is one of my favorite guns to use at the minute. And so it's nice to actually know that I could go to Vulture and buy one if I've managed to get him up to level 4. Opinions on his inventory and opinions on leveling them up. Like I said, we have to level them up using high value loot. It takes a hell of a lot of time in a minute, and you're losing out on money because he doesn't give you as much money for these items. Is it worth maxing him out to level 4? Which is going to take you a very, 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 very long time. Is it worth it for the 308? I personally don't think so. If MFG is watching, I think we need more added. If you want to keep it the same way, you have to level them up only with high value loot, that's fine. But at least make his inventory really worth it. Like some really awesome things. Maybe even, this could be a thing, you can buy all the lootable ammo in the game. He sells like the best M4 ammo, the best MCX ammo. You know, that type of stuff. Just make it so worth that we've put a lot of time into leveling this dude up that we actually get something good. The thing is, the AK-308 is great. I know people argue and say, well, the AK-308 is rare and you can buy off him. You can. That's really cool. It's only one, though, per server. So if someone's already gone to Vulture and bought it, you're not going to be able to buy it if someone else is level 4. But you can find these quite easily just going around looting military crates and getting them that way. I've got about 4 so far, and that's only, you know, about a week or two's worth of grinds, maybe even less. So I would rather just go around looting military crates, which also gives you other good stuff, and have a good possibility of finding a 308 anyway, than trying to max them out to level 4. I think it's a bit too much. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you think it's worth it in this current state, or do you think they need to add more stuff? Do you agree on the ammo? Maybe the ammo, adding the new addition to the high value ammo, you know, the better ammo. Maybe we can buy them at level 4. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Anyway, guys, that is all for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will be live as normal, 7:30 on Twitch every single day. We will be having a break from this, though, at the end of June, where we're going on holiday. But apart from that, you will catch me every day live, 7:30 over on Twitch. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Catch you all later.